everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you because these commanders, well, they deserve S tier status. Absolutely no question to it. Let's jump into them. And the first of the commanders I'm going to be highlighting on this episode that are most definitely S tier is Kinnan Bonder Prodigy. Yeah, you can find a link in the description below to all of these commanders, and many of them I have decks built around, and Kinnan is, well, a disgustingly powerful commander, a 2/2 human druid for just 2 mana in Simic, one of the most powerful 2-color combinations, if not the most powerful. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced, and by paying 7 mana in Simic, look at the top 5 cards of your library, and put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest of them on your library in a random order. Yeah, this is a crazy, absolutely insane commander that is, well, a massive threat in basically any pod that you play. First of all, this combos with a ham sandwich, essentially. Well, I mean, that ham sandwich is Basalt Monolith and other things as well, but basically doubling up all of the mana that you're going to produce from non-lands, that is crazy. So, mana dorks? Yes. Mana rocks? Yes. All the things? Yes. Including treasures, too. Do keep that in mind. That being said, yeah, a permanent mana boost from your permanents, that is absolutely crazy, especially this low to the ground, and a giant, well, mana sink as well to cheat things into play. Yeah, a lot of great non-humans out there you can cheat out, like, Eldrazi. And all of a sudden, the game is over. It's a crazy powerful commander, definitely worthy of S tier. Next up, an oldie but a goodie, adding 1 extra color from, well, Kinnan. Kinnan had, Simic. I already talked about how that's a very powerful color combination. But let's add red to it as well with Temur. Animar, Soul of Elements, a 1/1 elemental for 3 mana. Protects from white and from black. I kind of forget about that sometimes, that this also has that, because it would still be an S tier commander when it comes to power level, even without that. Maybe you cast a creature spell, you get a counter on it, and then creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each counter on it. Absolutely insane. Again, an oldie but a goodie. This is protected from many of the most popular, well, removal spells in the format, Swords of Plowshares, Path to Exile, etc. Yeah, you can't actually take this out with those. And also, of course, this is going to build up over time and absolutely no time become massive, infinitely massive, very easily as well with certain things too. Again, that cost reduction is insane. Of course, I already mentioned Eldrazi earlier, but yeah, you can play a lot of Eldrazi for free with this at some point. Or just keep playing the same artifact creature again and again and again in a loop, because, yeah, there's plenty of ways to do that. So, yeah, this is a commander where, even if you're not going infinite, even if you're not comboing with this, just getting very easy, very simple cost reduction for your creatures, basically paying for all the generic costs for them, is crazy. And keep in mind, you're playing creature spells, great, to get more counters on this. You also can use other ways to get counters on this, and all of a sudden, it's massive in absolutely no time. Your opponents who are playing Orzhov decks literally can't block it either, so do keep that in mind. It can become a one-shot KO in absolutely no time, and all your spells are basically free. Moving on, Yuriko the Tiger's Shadow. Yeah, you kind of knew this one was going to be a problem as soon as it was designed. A 1/3 human ninja for 3 mana in Dimir. It's got Commander Ninjutsu, and you might ask, what is that? Because I've heard of Ninjutsu, and I've heard of Commander, but what is the combination? By paying Dimir, you return an unblocked attack you control back to your hand, with this card on the battlefield from your hand, or the command zone, tapped and attacking. Gross. Whenever a ninja you control deals comedy to a player, reveal the top card of your library, put that card in your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's mana value. Here's the thing. Yeah, it's insane. This is a commander that, again, literally gets around commander tax. You can never, ever, ever be taxed with this commander, essentially, as long as you've got unblocked attackers, which is so easy to do. Lots of low-to-the-ground evasive creatures in this color combination. And all of a sudden, you're like, okay, yeah, I get through. I hit with my ninjas, including this one, and I get things off the top of my library for free. Oh, and by the way, those things can be absolutely massive and drain my opponents for an insane amount. Yeah, you can do, some of the jokey ones, like, oh, yeah, ha, 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 yeah, that one giant artifact dragon thing, whatever, that drains for 16. Great, awesome. I mean, yeah, that can still be incredibly effective, and you can actually tutor that up to the top of your library in many ways to make sure you set yourself up to do that. I mean, with 3 opponents, that's what, a total of 48 life loss for 1 hit, essentially, plus the commander hitting too. That being said, yeah, there are, of course, a lot of split cards out there that can be effective that have a total mana value that's very tall, essentially, but you can actually cast them for something that's very small. So yeah, this is a commander that has so much potential, it is impossible to stop because you can just keep getting it out again and again and again, and so much value is to be had while your opponents are being drained. Next up, do not let Chatterfang's cuteness and all the cute tiny squirrels, don't let that distract you from its power. It is most definitely S tier. Chatterfang Squirrel General, 3/3 Squirrel Warrior for 3 mana. And green, but it is a Golgari commander. It's got Forest Walk, so again, you sometimes forget about that too. It's basically unblockable against opponents with Forest, and Forests, well, are part of green decks, which are some of those popular decks in the format. If 1 or more tokens are created under control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 scrolls are created instead. By paying a black mana, sacrifice X squirrels, target creature gets plus X minus X until end of turn. Here's the thing. Yeah, this is a token doubler, basically, at 3 mana from the command zone, which is insane. Absolutely insane. And, of course, yeah, it's also removal, too, in a way, because you can just go, oh, yeah, sacrifice some squirrels, that creature's gone. Goodbye. It's just easy repeat removal. Oh, and by the way, it's also like, oh, a free sacrifice outlet. Well, okay, not free, but it's 1 mana. But, like, you can X sacrifice things with it, right? So then, you've got, like, an aristocrat-style theme in here, too. Like, just like, oh, I just tossed a blood art. It's there for no reason. Cool, I win the game because I drained my opponent and sacrificed a bunch of squirrels to do so. Here's the thing, though. Again, there are so many low-to-the-ground ways to make a bunch of tokens and a lot of ways to make repeat tokens. So all of a sudden, you can just go, all right, whatever tokens I'm making does not matter what they are. They could be food tokens, they could be treasure tokens, whatever they are, I'm getting squirrels too. So all of a sudden, you're doubling up your tokens, you're getting a massive army, and of course, you're in a good color combination to pump that army as well, or to make the most of them again aristocrat style. It's cute, but it's deadly. Next up, I would say this is one of the commanders that really broke the floodgates when it came to commander design and just kind of really pushing things to the limit. Urza, Lord High Artificer, a 1/4 human artificer for 4 mana in blue. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with. This creature gets +1 for each artifact you control, and by tapping an untapped artifact you control, add blue. By paying 5, you shuffle your library, then exile the top card until end of turn. Play that card without paying its mana cost. Here's the thing with this one. Yeah, they just, like, really kind of made a broken commander when they made it. Like, literally, there's like, and that. Oh, and by the way, everything's a mana rock. Absolutely crazy. And again, because literally it says on this card, it's not like, oh, hey, yeah, your artifacts have tap for blue. No. This says tap an untapped artifact you control, add blue. Meaning that even with creatures, including the ones that you make, the artifact creature, the construct, you can tap them right away for mana. It's absolutely crazy. So basically everything in your deck is a mana rock now. All of a sudden you can just like grab just a handful of random artifacts that are cheap, like both in budget and also in mana value, and just chuck them in a deck, and you probably have an effective strategy around this one because, wow, it's pretty crazy. It's insane. And again, like Kinnan, it gives you that outlet to just dump mana into it. So yeah, have all the mana, have some combos as well, I'm sure, and have some free cards off the top, all while making giant constructs. Another commander that is most definitely S tier, and they probably could have stopped halfway when designing it. Joe to the Unifier, a 5/5 human wizard for 5 mana in Wooburg. I always find it funny when, like, a commander used to have, like, flying in the original iteration, like Jode. It's like, oh yeah, Jode used to fly. Doesn't do that anymore. Cool. Anyways, legendary creature you control get +X/+X for X number of legendary creatures you control. This definitely doesn't need flying. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile card to the top of your library to exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast the card with paying its mana cost, but the rest of your library in random order. I think, Wizard, you could have probably solved all that by just putting, like, legendary cascade. There you go. We all would have gotten it, right? Okay. So this one is twofold insane. Again, first of all, it's just a massive pump effect for Legendary Tribal. It's like, all right, okay, get more legends in play. They all get massively pumped, including this one. Do keep that in mind. It doesn't say other legends you control. And then, of course, more importantly, just free value off the top of your library with Legendary Cascade. Absolutely insane that they threw both these things on the same card. And they're like, yeah, you get Wooburg too. You get all the good things. Have fun. Just chuck all the legends in your deck. And here's the thing. With each year in Magic, we are getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more legendary cards. So yeah, you've got so many great things to pick from, and yeah, this is free value, insane value, and insane pump effect all in one. You can't take down the king. Kenner the Return King is most definitely still an S tier commander, a 5/5 human noble for 5 mana in white, but it is a Wooburg commander because it has, here we go. Pay red all creatures you control. No, I didn't say that, did I? Because it is gain trample and haste off turn. Not all creatures you control. You can actually politic with this. You can actually politic with that, okay? All these are technically politics, but typically it is your own things. By paying 1 in a green, put a counter target creature. By paying 2 in a white, target player gains 5 life. By paying 3 in a blue, target player draws a card. By paying 4 in a black, put target creature card from a graveyard to the battlefield under its own control. Again, when this was designed, maybe there was some like, oh yeah, players will politic with this. It's going to be great. Watch, you're going to make deals with people. And yes, you can do that, and there are opportunities to do that. But for the most part, you're basically just benefiting yourself for all these things, except for maybe, hey, get a player to draw a card. Once you have infinite mana, they just lose the game. You're going to be giving that to your opponents. Good for you. So here's the thing with this one. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Literally, again, if you just have infinite mana, you win the game. You get access to all 5 colors. You get all the best things. And there are plenty of ways to make infinite mana with that. And Olsen, you just have that. You play this commander, and then you go, all right, you draw a card. You draw a card. You draw a card. And they're like, oh, thank you. Oh, wait, no, stop. Oh, no, stop. Yeah. Also, by the way, again, being able to, yeah, maybe make deals with opponents going like, okay, hey, I saw you just got an amazing creature out in play. Would you like to attack with that right now and give it trample, but not attack me? Cool, all right, let's do that. And of course, again, this is just a combo engine in itself because, like, being able to get creatures back out of your graveyard, there are certain things like Composite Golem. I mean, some other things that you need too, but still, that you can actually just go infinite with as well. It's absolutely insane. It is a toolbox commander that also is a combo enabler and also a, well, mana sync combo thing too. It's crazy. It's value. It's insane. Next up, Brawl. Just kidding. Okay, yeah, I mean, this wasn't like the original Brawl precons, right? But come on, Wizards. We know this wasn't designed for Brawl. I mean, you're trying to get Brawl to work, but Brawl didn't work. Yeah, this works for Commander a bit too well. A 4/4 Dragon Noble with flying. We got Corvold, Faker's King for 5 mana in Jund. Enters or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a counter on Corvold and draw a card. Yeah, they literally didn't limit this at all. I mean, first of all, come on, Wizards. They didn't really even need a counter on it, right? It didn't. I mean, this just all of a sudden's like, oh yeah, by the way, it's a 2-shot KO now. And then it's like, oh, by the way, yeah, now it's a 1-shot KO very easily. Okay, cool. And it's evasive. Awesome. Yeah, this did not need the ability to get counters on it. It did not need that at all. Yeah, being able to just draw cards with it every single time you sacrifice a permanent is absolutely insane. Literally, you play a fetch land, you sacrifice, and it's like, oh, by the way, I get to draw a card. Okay, I play a Harrow, I sacrifice a land. Okay, I draw a card. Yeah, I mean, have you seen just like the pattern with this one? Sacrificing lands is insanely good with this because you're just like, oh yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm going to sacrifice those anyways for value, so sure, do that. Or how about treasures? Because again, this doesn't say non-token permanent. So yeah, treasures, absolutely crazy. You play like a Brass's Bounty, you're like, okay, I make 7 treasures. All right, I sacrifice them for 7 mana. I draw 7 cards. Yeah, you can see how this can be insane, crazy, combo-y turns. It's just absolutely an S-tier commander that, again, was designed for Brawl initially, but it's here in Commander to stay. Moving on, another oldie but a goodie, Nekusar, the Mind Razor. Yeah. And do you mind if I play Nekusar? That's kind of the joke, right? Like, do you mind if I play the Mind Razor? A 2/4 zombie wizard for 5 mana in Grixis. And your opponents will mind when you play this because you're just going to wheel again and again and again and again. At the beginning of each player's draw, so the player draws an additional card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar deals 1 damage to that player. Absolutely insane, absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, hey, you'd be like, hey, opponents, look, I'm just trying to help you out, okay? Everyone gets an extra card. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. But by the way, cards come with pain, basically is what you're saying to them. And it's super easy for this kind of a commander to literally just dominate the game very quickly, very effectively, and also make it so your opponents literally can't plan ahead at all. Because you're going to be running so many wheels in this deck that you're like, all right, everyone, discard your hand, draw 7, cool. And they're like, okay, all right, I guess I got a new hand, let me figure this out. And then next year, you're like, everyone, discard your hand, draw 7. And by the way, you're all taking damage at this time. And by the way, also, I've got, damage doublers out there, too. Oh, and by the way, we're actually going to wheel again on this turn, too. So draw 7 more. So, like, okay, I can't really plan ahead because I don't know what I'm going to be drawing into. I can't keep my hand. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's basically how the games in Nekasar go, is, like, players can't plan anything. You are just wheeling, and they are then gone. That's just how the game goes. Yeah, S tier. And finally, Crick, however you say that name, son of Yawgmoth. Most definitely an S-tier commander, a 2/2 Phyrexian that costs 7 mana, but it never really does, because it's 4 and 3 Phyrexian black mana. And of course, Phyrexian mana can be paid with either, well, again, in this case, black mana or 2 life. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's not broken at all. Lifelink, by the way, essentially all your things have Phyrexian mana. For every black and I'm making a cost, you may pay 2 life for and pay that mana. Oh, okay, that's just absolutely gross, absolutely insane. Basically, again, everything is Phyrexian mana. Maybe cast a black spell, put a counter on Crick, son of Yawgmoth, and all of a sudden this is, well, yeah, just everything is cheaper, everything is easy to put into play. Life is a resource, you use it in Commander, you've got a ton of life in Commander to utilize. And of course, this also makes certain things combo because, well, there are certain activated abilities and certain things that you're just like, oh yeah, by the way, okay, I make however much mana I want based on my mana pool because that's like pay a black mana to filter mana basically, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I just paid a bunch of life to do that. Cool, I just made like 20 mana. Okay, cool. I play this spell that like drains everyone. Okay, I get life back. Okay, let's just keep going. Yeah, you can see how it's absolutely disgusting. Again, cost reduction basically, but also like ability reduction in a way too. Yeah, that's a really insane commander. And again, you are in a monocolor, sure, but the monocolor that has all the best tutors. So go tutor up exactly what you need to win with this one. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on this one. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.